Okay, good morning children. I am going to take 10th standard class today. That is history second lesson. The extension of the British rule. In your earlier class, you have already learned how did the Britishers had come to India after the Portuguese had come. The Portuguese were the first one to come to India to do trade business. Later on, even the Britishers wanted to come to India and wanted to establish the industries and all. You all learned about this in your last classes and all. So now today we are going to learn about the Carnatic Wars. With three Carnatic Wars, the English had made other European countries not to challenge with India. In earlier lesson you have learnt about Carnatic War 1, Carnatic War 2 and Carnatic War 3. So in these three Carnatic War, the English made their hold such a strong that their other European countries shouldn't come in between them. They shouldn't be the hindrance. They shouldn't challenge them. So strong they made themselves by their cunning nature. So they gained complete political control. So they had control over where? Over the Bengal. Through what? Because of the two battles. They took overall control of Bengal because of the two battles. What are those battles? Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. So with this way they had control over Bengal. Later on, the Maratha, the Mysore states were dominant. So these two states were dominant in the western part of India. So in the western part of India, the Marathas and the Mysore state. So these two states were very dominant in India. The hold of British was restricted to Bengal and Bombay regions only. So I told you the Britishers were ruling under where? Bengal. So they had power or they had rule over Bengal as well as in the Bombay areas or Bombay region. So these two regions the British restricted. They had their hold or they had their administration or their power only in the Bengal and Bombay regions. Later on, what did they do? Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan of Mysore and Peshwa of Maratha. Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan of Mysore, Peshwa of Maratha. So these three people, that is Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan of Mysore and along with whom? The Peshwa of Maratha. So these three, Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan of Mysore along with Peshwa of Maratha were the only impediments. Impediments what? They were the hindrance. These were the hindrance and these were the obstructions. Your meaning of impediment means they were the hindering them or they were the obstructing for the Britishers in the path of expansion for the British. If the British wanted to expand more, so these three were the obstructions for the British. Who were they? The Hyder Ali, the Tipu Sultan of Mysore and the Peshwa of Maratha. So these three were the impediments for the British or obstruction you can say or the hindrance who were coming in between their way to expand the British rule. The next one you have got is about the Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh who came in later part. Ranjit Singh came in the part of 19th century. Ranjit Singh, he came in the time of 19th century. So what did he do later? He was a formidable opponent of the British. Formidable means the Britishers were fearing him because he was strong. So he was the opponent of the British. Opponent means the enemy or the rival. So Ranjit Singh in the 19th century, he was the formidable or the opponent or the rival of the British in the 19th century. He was successful in organizing Sikh in the mid of 18th century till the mid of 19th century. So 18th mid till the 19th. So in the mid of Ranjit Singh from the mid of 18th century till the mid of 19th century, he went on Ranjit Singh was the one who was the British, who was a Sikh. Okay, Ranjit Singh who came later in the later part of 19th century. That means he was the enemy or the opponent of the British, and the British they were not able to expand because of these three rulers and again the Ranjit Singh. So it is said that the Ranjit Singh had accommodated or collected the Sikh in mid of 18th century till the 19th century. British also annexed various kingdoms in the cunning policy ways. So afterward the Britishers had their cunning ways to fulfill their wishes. So they annexed means they added various other kingdoms. How they added the kingdoms? They added the kingdoms in the cunning way, in the not in the right way, by having the alliances. So what are those alliances? One is the subsidiary alliance and second is doctrine of lapse. Subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. So these are the two ways how did the Britishers cunningly try to capture the other regions or the other kingdoms by these two, that is subsidiary alliance and the doctrine of lapse. During the period of British, when they waged war, that time they had waged three wars against. The Britishers had waged three wars. What are those three wars? One is the three Anglo-Maratha war, four Anglo-Mysore war, and two Anglo-Sikh war. Keep it in mind, children. Three Anglo-Maratha war, four Anglo-Mysore war, and two Anglo-Sikh war. So these are the wars where the Britishers waged against. So during the period of the British, they waged three Anglo-Maratha war, four Anglo-Mysore war, and two Anglo-Sikh war. So in this chapter you will learn the wars of the British with Maratha and the Sikh. So this is only the introduction of that lesson which I gave you, and further you are going to learn the wars which took place between British with the Marathas and the Sikh. That is your Maratha of Peshwa you are going to learn next, and the later on about the Sikh you are going to learn in the next chapter. Okay children, about this lesson I will be continuing in the next class. So now I will be telling you only about the notes what I am going to update today. Today I am going to update two lessons notes. That is, one is the history lesson and the second one is the political science. So history lesson you all already know, which is already over. The first lesson, what is the lesson? First lesson, the advent of European to India, and the next one is the problems of India and its solution, that is the political lesson. So in this lesson, in the first part, in history, I have given you all the 6 fill in the blanks. Like some extra questions also, if it is more important, I might add it, children. So you can write the fill in the blanks accordingly how it is given. But question answers can be not according to your textbook sometimes, because it might be jumbled up and down. But the question and answers are up to the mark of the questions only. According to the question, the answer. Only the number sequence can change. Okay? So there can be a change in the sequence of number. If there is anything, nothing is wrong, children. You use your own numbers and write the question answers accordingly. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not that you must go accordingly to the textbook, but the fill in the blanks will be the same. And one more thing I want to tell you, children, that is, after giving certain notes behind the text, once the portion of this month is over, then what I'll do is next I'll give you some objectives which are most likely to come for the exam. So objective answers. So till you get your textbook, I am going to do that also for you. So now I have given you in the history 6 fill in the blanks, and the question answers are according to your textbook. So there might be a bit changes. So totally you have got in the next class I am going to give you still more notes where you can continue next. Next means even after 3-4 lessons over, even any objective answers, extra questions are given later on. Means like a revision to you. You can continue your notes few further. Not that you must go back to the first lesson and write the notes in the first lesson only. And one more thing children, today I have even given you the notes of political science, that is the problems of India and the solution. So in this lesson also you all have got in this lesson you all have got children 4 fill in the blanks, and I have given you all 8 question answers. So 4 fill in the blanks and 8 question answers are uploaded, and today you will be getting the notes of the first and the second lesson along with the introduction part of the next history lesson. So I will be going according to the conspectus. So please see the video and try to learn and revise children. Don't keep it for last because history is a vast subject. You cannot mug up in the last moment. So before your school starts, you can cover up with these lessons, seeing the videos again and again, and taking the help or with the help of the notes, you can gain more knowledge.